What is up, everyone? I hope you're doing well today. JD here with another everyday carry video for you all. Today I want to actually go ahead and do my full-on review of the Spyderco LiL Native. The variant that you see in front of you is actually the Blade HQ exclusive. This particular knife has the 2.4 inch coated M4 steel blade. It has the 3.47 inch jade G10 scales. This particular variant of the LiL Native is the compression lock. It has a deep carry wire pocket clip that is reversible. The overall length on this knife is 5.89 inches. This is a little guy. The blade thickness on that M4 is 0.13, so actually quite a beefy yet slicey full grind little blade there that they give you. The weight on this is a ultra lightweight 2.5 ounces. The action on here is really good when you can manipulate the knife. It is a little tough to do because of the size. This is a really nice, for me, strictly office and / fifth pocket carry. So this is really kind of a companion blade that I'm using to carry with some of my other knives. Speaking of other knives, let's go ahead and run through the usual suspects for comparison. First up is going to be the Spyderco Paramilitary 3 or Para 3. As you can see here, it looks like a giant. Wait till I pull out its big brother, the Paramilitary 2. So as you can see here, this is a little guy, and this usually is a companion for these two fellas here. Let me throw two other knives out here so that you guys can get a quick look of some other popular knives and get a really good idea of the size of this LiL Native. Here we have the Benchmade Bug Out and the Hogue Doug Ritter. As you can see, relatively small little guy. So hopefully those frame of references help you understand the size of this knife. And again, my intent for buying this is a backup knife, companion knife, or something that I can carry into the office or somewhere discreet that is not going to draw a lot of attention when I don't want it. Some knives that I do want to compare to that are similar in size is going to be the Civivi Baby Banter. Actually, we'll put this guy on the bottom. I think this is a really good size comparison here. That's the purple G10 variant with the Nitro V coated blade steel, and then the Kaiser Mini Sheepdog in the G10 with the 154 CM blade steel. The Kaiser Sheepdog is slightly larger overall, and the Baby Banter is slightly smaller, at least in handle length. Now the blade length and the cutting length, I think so the LiL Native gives you more of both, and hopefully you can see that really well here. And then, whoops, put the wrong one back. And then the Kaiser gives you much more cutting length. The Mini Sheepdog I think is really underrated for the ergonomics on it. It's a really nice knife, and really for a fifth pocket knife, this thing fits in hand really well. Like, the ergonomics have just seriously blown me away. Now, some other knives that I like to carry into the office while I'm talking about this is going to be the CJRB Rhea, which is a more slender knife, but you can see that blade length is very similar from the pivot. The Rhea does give you a little bit more cutting profile. And then the Civivi bow here with this ridiculous pocket clip is going to keep falling to the other side, so I'm going to have to hold it while I'm talking to you. I'm so sorry. As you can see here, very similar in size. So I just wanted to kind of throw some of the gentlemanly knives. Oh my God, it's standing up by itself. Oh my God. Oh my God. I can't believe it. Oh, damn it. I jinxed it. I must have had it in a groove somewhere. I did want to bring out one more knife, and that is the Kaiser Feist. I know that's two Kaisers in this review, but I think that kind of gives you an idea of why I consider this possibly flexing into an office carry. So let me get these out the way and talk about this knife a little bit. Now, it is relatively small. I'm going to admit it is smaller than I thought it was going to be. I thought this was going to be closer to some of these knives that you see out here that I'm still putting away or just had out here moments ago. but in actuality, they're not. So the knife, again, is smaller than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be kind of closer to some of these other size. I didn't realize it was going to be closer to the Baby Banter. And I saw the sizes on there, but until you get something in hand, it may not really set in or sink in. Maybe I'm just thick-headed or foolish for thinking it was going to be bigger. It is very well built. The compression lock feels very similar to the Para 3 and how it operates in my finger position, which is why most of the time when I'm using this, you're going to get really good action out of it. The other problem is when I start to do these videos, I kind of come to the side of the camera so I can get a really good look, but that angle puts me at a very bad angle, and I can't really operate the knife like I should. The other thing too, because this is small, I forget I have to move up a little bit on the handle and down a little bit more to close it. And the other thing that I want to mention here with the compression lock, if you can see here, the actual choil here where the finger rests on the inside right here, that actually is what's coming into the compression lock. So if you watch it, it'll move through here and you might feel that touch your finger, and guilty, the first time you feel it, you might think, oh, was that the blade? No, the blade is recessed in there really, really well. It's not going to jump out and bite you, which is what I was kind of worried about. I do think this is a really nice knife overall. I would recommend it if it was a little bit cheaper. I don't believe that the regular price of the LiL Native kind of justifies it, but I think also the lockback variant is much cheaper than the compression lock variant. If you guys are enjoying the video, if you could leave a like, comments help the algorithm here on the YouTube, and if you're enjoying the content overall, think about subscribing. I'd really appreciate the support, and you can turn on your notifications so that you'll know whenever new videos drop. I do shorts daily to let you know what I'm carrying, to give you a look at those closely and individually as opposed to the review format, which I think is kind of fun. I really appreciate the support. Seriously, thanks a lot. Thanks for tuning in. I hope all of you have a wonderful week. Peace.